Hi there, welcome to City Skylines, HeightMapped Intermediate Series. This is episode number 67, and we're going to start out in a donut delivery van. This little guy down here. We're down in the nightlife area, which, as you can see, I've changed a lot. I took out all of the residential buildings that were over in here on the left and made this area commercial, so it'll be nightlife. Put in a nice new set of parks. Took all the buildings out of this area and put in a park. Put in a new road, 2 new roads with buildings on the inside and park on the outside, and another set of buildings over here. So the commercial that it had been asking for has filled in now, and I also did a lot of stuff over on the other end. I'll tell you about that as we go. But right now I thought we'd just start out just taking a little drive. And what basically I did, I wonder if I could, maybe if I jump on Grandpa, I'll get a better, yeah, probably. Unless, of course, he stops somewhere. Okay, so there goes the donut truck that we were in. Yeah, Grandpa's going slower. What I did was I went in off camera and I did a lot of stuff. I named a lot of the farming area services. I put in bike lanes and made the policies for the farm area. Also in the farming area, I put in water lines for new garbage, put in the mid-plateau and lower plateau, I put in incinerators and fire departments. In the upper plateau, I put in more incinerators and fire departments and a back road for the incinerator trucks. In the mid-plateau, I created a roundabout that in front of a crematorium, where before I had just had a road that was getting bogged down and the crematorium wasn't working. So fixed that. Also on the mid-plateau, I created a a single road roundabout that was previously a neighborhood road. It still is a neighborhood road around a big park. That one that had the dead body in it that we could never figure out. Well, figured it out. I had it. I put it in there with a road that I then took out in order to get another park in going the other way. So the park that had the dead body in it had no place for the hearses to go. They were actually driving along the side of it. So took all that out, put new stuff in, just basically cleaned all of that up, put in bike lanes. Oh, okay, where did Grandpa go here? Apparently he got off down here somewhere. So maybe we can grab somebody else. Is there anybody else? Anybody else go down this far? Doesn't look like it. Where's this guy going here? If this guy turns the right direction, I'm looking for, there we go. Okay. Oh, Club de la Creme. She's probably not going very far, but we'll follow her anyway. Okay. It's probably that one right there. I also, down this way, I put in a whole new residential area and put in new parks. And there she goes. All the way through to the back. Oh, upstairs. Oh, she's going upstairs. Okay, well, maybe she'll turn around a little bit and we can view Club de la Creme's upstairs view, huh? Yep, back downstairs and off she goes in the wrong direction. Well, that's not what I wanted. So, jumping out of her, and maybe I'll just I'll just jump in here. And just be my own sim for a while. Okay. Okay, so I put in a new residential down at the far end down here. That I put new parks in that have we in the beginner tutorial. This last episode of the beginner tutorial, I created a new park for the beginners to use, showing them how to use it. And in the process, we have a new park system now that is made with standing stones, which is something new that we have. So I thought, well, shoot, we'll just, we'll use that here. And so that's what I'm doing. I think I'm going to grab maybe, oh, goodness, just doesn't go fast enough. Okay, so this is all the new stuff in here. All right, that's all the commercial. But if you follow the commercial down here to the end, where I don't know if anybody is going yet, I put in a whole new set of standing stone parks. And across from them, I have, because it was at the time asking for residential, so across from them, can I get into one of these ladies? Somebody go in the right direction, maybe? Well, I guess I can just jump down. This area right here is where we're going to be. What you're looking at here is where there should be some houses coming in, and then over here are the new parks that people have already discovered. It's all tourists right now, and a couple of people that have come out here in their cars or on their bikes because there aren't any buildings yet. So we just have a whole lot of ladies with suitcases. That's the tourist ladies, and a whole lot of heavy set men in shorts. That would be the tourist gentlemen. And okay, well, we have a couple of cars showing up. The tourists and the people that are just visiting the parks usually show up first, and then the houses start getting built. And I just put them in. That was the last thing I did. So, of course, there aren't any houses there yet, but there are going to be. And this will be a really nice park for people to enjoy, I think. Okay. It's just a single lane road, and I just have over here in this section, when it does start getting built up, it will be all single-story houses, or two-story, just little residential houses, not big apartment complexes. I'm going to put them up above there. Up here, let's take a little stroll up here. Go up the hill here. Okay, up here in this section, this is where I thought I would put in some more housing on another street up above with another little park, but it'll just be a tiny little park, and only if I can get it to fit, because there's such a slope here. I'm not sure if I can even, it'll have to be maybe one of those little single wide parks, because that's pretty much, or maybe I'll just put houses up here, or apartment complexes. Maybe I'll just put an apartment complex up here. We'll see. Meantime, there doesn't appear to be anything getting built down here. Leastwise, I don't see anything at the moment. Yeah. Walking along the side of the hill, I get a really long view, and I'm seeing the freeway up ahead of us and no houses. And no houses over here, because we have no demand for houses. Oh well, they'll come in later. Not going to hurt to have it all set up for them. Okay, back out. Anyway, that's the new neighborhood that I created offline. And this is the new commercial that I created offline, all of this part here, so that when there is a call for commercial, it'll immediately get built in. We've got between $9,000 and $10,000 of income coming in here, which is really good. Offline, I also, I think that I did this offline. Yeah, I pushed the Newport side stuff all the way out here for the future and covered part of the incinerators so that they would get used by Newport side. And I pulled this out a little bit. I think that's pretty much everything. We should start seeing a whole lot more, if I speed it up especially, a whole lot more farming going in here because it is now farming area. And I did zone all of it. As you can see, I filled in the whole thing. So that will fill in as it goes along and give us more income. And I went down into these two plateaus here, changed everything to bike lanes, which we didn't have before because we put all this stuff in ages ago when there were no bike lanes yet. The new update for that hadn't gone in yet. And so I went in and updated all of those to bike lanes so that people have a place to go. Okay, what else did I do? I guess that was that it? I guess that was it. Okay. So with all that being done offline, I think we can probably come down here and, oh, I don't have water. Why do I not have water? What happened with the water? It looks like I have water. That's strange. It thinks it doesn't have water, and that thinks it doesn't have water. I'm not connected somewhere. Oh, I see, right here. I put in the water pipes, but I didn't connect them. Right there. Okay, we'll put that together, and the water should start flowing through here any minute now, I hope. How come it's not working? Huh. Okay, we'll try a different tact. We'll take some out, and we'll put a new one in. Going from here to here. Does that work? I'm not seeing it working. Huh. And I have it on high. So I guess I'm going to have to take all of this out, put it on hold. Oh, I didn't have the game moving. Duh. Okay. Okay, so we have some houses in there now. Yay. So let's go down here and see if we've got anybody that we can. I was hoping maybe somebody would come out of one of the houses. I don't want to grab a tourist. Nothing but tourists here right now. Come on. I'd very much like to see somebody who's... Is there anybody in there yet? Okay, there's two sets. Okay, that's a tourist. Oh, wait a minute. Ashlyn. Yeah, she's a tourist. And she's a tourist. Oh, no, she isn't. That's an uneducated senior, and she's bicycling to Club de la Creme. Now, she's got to go through all of this to get there. So, that works for me. And this way we can kind of watch the houses being built and see the new neighborhood, which is always fun. There. Oh, people are sitting on the fountains already. There. I think that up ahead of us is, the building up ahead of us is not a residential building. I think that one is a commercial building. It's a nightlife building. Okay, well, interesting looking neighborhood, or it will be once people decide to go there. Okay, those three people on the left are all tourists. I don't want to grab them. I'd like to get somebody over here who says he's going home, not to the park. That's a tourist. Can't grab him. Oh, this is a residential building. Where's this girl going? Going to the park. No. Don't want to grab anybody who's going to the park. But that was a residential building that got built. So a few houses are being built in here. I was kind of hoping that some would. No, that's another tourist lady. If they're hauling suitcases behind them, they're tourists and they aren't going to a house. I'm trying to find somebody who's headed home, you know, bicycling or otherwise. Okay, let's see if any of these guys are is everybody going to the parks? So far, yeah. Might not have a choice. I might have to just grab whoever I can get. Because we're coming out of the neighborhood now and headed into the commercial district. Huh. See if when I escape, if it takes me. Yeah, it did, I think. Yeah, because there's the person I was with, Emma Phillips. Really? Uneducated senior and she's not in pink? How did that happen? Can we get down any closer here? I want to take a look at this lady. She might be somebody new. Oh goodness, could I go any slower? Now it said she was an uneducated senior, but she's a lady hauling a suitcase behind her. So she's not an uneducated senior. She is a tourist who's been labeled as an I don't care. It's just I thought that was a little strange was all. Okay. And let's speed things up here a little bit. Okay, is anybody going back the other way? Bingo. Oh, going to the park. Going to the park. Going to the park. Going to the park. Hello? Anybody going home? There's 4 houses out there. Huh. Well, shoot. They're all headed to the park. Well, let's see if this how far down does this guy go when he goes to the park? Well, that didn't take long. He went to the very first one. And that's who it was that got out to go to the park. Now where are we going? Still driving to the park. Okay, we'll try it. We'll see if they go. Okay, went around the corner and stopped. Yeah, and these ladies, tourists don't normally have cameras on them, so that makes it hard to grab anybody who's a tourist. Anybody? Anybody at all who isn't a tourist? Aha, here we go. Now, admittedly, Robert Clark, who is an uneducated adult but is not a tourist, is going to a park, but maybe he's going to one that is a long ways down, and we can ride with him for a little bit, I hope. I'm only doing it this way because instead of just being a sim myself, because as a sim myself, I seem to be going really slowly, and I'd prefer to just, hop on somebody else who's doing a pretty good job of getting us where we want to go. There's, oh, and they keep bouncing back here, which I didn't want them to do. There's another house being built. Yeah. Okay, so we've got houses coming up now. I guess I'll have to do it this way. Well, I'm obviously walking because I'm not going as fast as the people on bikes. There. Going so slow. I must be Grandpa. I must be an old person with a limp, 'cause I'm not getting there very fast, and I'm trying to. But I'm going really, really slow. Very frustrating, very frustrating. Neat looking stones though, huh? Kind of an interesting park. There were some smaller stones that were available to be used, and maybe for benches or something. I may take one and plop it into one of these parks later. And then, of course, every park that is a copy of that will have a little stone bench in it, which would be nice, especially if people are sitting on them. So we'll see. Boy, everybody's going really... I'm not... No, everybody else is going just fine. I'm the one who's going slow, and there's nothing I seem to be able to do about it. Yep. Yeah, I was kind of hoping the houses would come in faster, but they haven't. Okay. Okay, well, popping out of that, I think I'm going to go ahead and make another park up here if I can. Another walkway up here. And I'm just going to have... Here we go. Okay, and then on that one, I'm going to put big apartment complexes. Oops, but before I do that, I have to put something in here that's going to grab electricity and pull it through. And so I'm going to put, how deep is this? 3? Can I go 3 deep all the way along here? Because I don't want to mess with it if I can't. I'll just go with something that's smaller. Yeah, I can. But that is a, I don't want any more of those for a while, though. How about this? No, that's the standing stones. Don't want to do those twice. Kind of looking for something that does not have, boy, that's 8 deep. That's too much, I think. Can I get away with that all along here? Slope too steep. That's what I was afraid of. All along here, slope too steep. Don't want that. Don't remember if I made a skinny park that was not, that was just really, really shallow. And it does not look like I did. 8 by 6. 8 by 6. Nope. Okay, well, gee, I sure don't see anything else that I can use, except for the standing stones. Okay, fine. Can we do standing stones all along here? No, I can't even do those. Slope too steep. I'm going to have to do the pink ones, whether I like it or not, because they fit. Yeah, see where all the others didn't? They do. So, okay, fine. I'll do the standing stones. I was rather hoping to. Come on. Okay. If I can slap them together. Let's see, where's that little one? There's a little one. Is that it? No. Let's see here. There was a little one. Oh, okay. There. I forgot which one I was doing. Okay, wait a minute. Did I just do all? Oh, I did. Okay. All right. Not paying attention to what I'm doing here. Huh. Will that fit? No. That will. Okay. Okay, so now that we have a park that is bringing in electricity, I think. Yeah, it's pulling electricity from the parks down below, and the house is down below. Okay, so I'm going to put in room for the large apartment complexes. And they'll be able to look out and across. I think we got one already that just started building. Yep. Okay, so this apartment complex up here, if you were in this apartment, and you could go faster than me, I'm going to try and maybe speed this up here. Is that what I have to do? Speed it up there? My goodness. Okay, so we're in the apartment complex and we're looking out across the park here. And if we're in this park, or maybe on the 3rd or 4th floor of the apartment complex, this is what we see down below us. Not too shabby. Yeah, we'd have to be on the top floor of that one. Oh, we have no water. Okay. Yeah, these guys need water. Okie dokie. Here we go. Get the water up here. There. Okay, so they have water and electricity now, and houses are being built in there. Now we have a nice neighborhood with single houses down below, and up on the next cliff up we have apartment complexes that are tall enough that they can see over the park and down into the other park. That should be nice. Okay. And we're at 37 minutes. So I'm going to just grab a... Oh, he's full. Oh, he's full. He's making deliveries. Okay. Supposedly a hot dog van, which it could be because, well, it says it's owner's garment unlimited. So it's taking garments to spectacular bowling. Okie dokie. If you say so. Okay, let's just go for a stroll, for a little ride with these guys. And then we go past the recycling, which I have to be aware of as a place that I don't want to build too close to when I get the commercial and residential out here. I want to be careful about that. So we're headed back towards the residential that we just made. Although we're going to turn left, I can guarantee, because we're not delivering to residential, we're delivering to the nightlife, the bowling alley, according to what we have down here. So, sharp left, sharp left. Yep. And whether we deliver everything there or just part of it, won't know. If we deliver everything, we'll probably, it might pop us back to where we started. There's the bowling alley, and we got rid of all but a teeny little bit of our garments, which are now going to the next spectacular bowling. We have 3% of our load still to get rid of. It's got to be in here somewhere. Good. See, this is what I wanted. Parks on one side, businesses on the other. It just opens it up a little bit, gives you something more to look at than just park or just businesses on both sides. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, getting rid of the last of his load. Now he's returning to Garments Limited. We're at 35 minutes, so we're going to ride along with him to Garments Unlimited, and then we're going to probably end this episode. He shouldn't take too long getting there. You can hop right on the freeway on this road. And there goes the fire department and the incinerators. Out here where there's nothing built yet, and headed for the freeway. Okay, on the freeway, headed for the industrial area. And I'm hoping when it gets there that it will pop me out right above it and stay with the vehicle, because where this van is going is the place I want to check next and find out if they're still looking for more workers. Because the reason we put in residential, down here at the bottom right now, it said for a second, it said low demand for residential. And it's still saying it. And low demand for commercial. And no demand for industry or offices. So residential and commercial are both saying we need residential, we need commercial, we need more buildings, and we've got places back there at Portside where we just left that are all open up and ready for people to move in. So we don't need to worry about those for a while. We're making 10,800 and something a week. Doing really well because of all the businesses, I think. Boy, this is one hellacious long drive. It's already 38 minutes into our episode. Taking a long, long time to get there. Boy, taking forever. Almost there. The forestry truck is probably in front of us taking things to the industrial area as well, because the industrial area uses all that wood to make boxes. Also to make, other things, but it makes boxes. And then it fills all of the boxes with the things that the industrial area makes, like hot dogs and clothes and whatever else, and then sends them back out to the regular commercial areas. See where this little guy's headed. Okay, so all of these vehicles on the left, they might be possibly heading for the railroad. I mean, who knows? I don't. This little guy is getting, okay, he is going someplace strange. How, did I make a road from this area? Oh, this is the industrial area. Okay. And he is almost home. Oh, okay, we have a couple of dead bodies in here. Remember I said I wasn't going to do crematoriums unless I needed to in the industrial area and the farming area? Well, I just saw a red sign that said, you know, had a skull on it. So we need crematoriums in here. And up ahead of us, I see signs that say we need more product, which would be coming from the farm area, which right now is pretty low. Yeah. Okay, so let's get out of this and hope. Yeah, we're staying with the hot dog van, which is good, because I wanted to be in this area and take a look and see. Right up ahead of us, we saw, there we go, there's one. Not enough buyers for products. Okay, so there are not enough people buying garments and boxes. Now the people who buy the boxes and the garments are the farming industry. Ready to wear doesn't have enough buyers. Again, farming industry uses that. Goods Unlimited could be anybody. I never figured out what that was. And right down here we've got a dead person waiting for transport. So I think we will, where we took the fire department out, I think I will put a crematorium in right there. There. Now, that crematorium right there should start sending out trucks inside this zone to pick up the dead bodies. There's one at a park. Where are the other ones at? Is that another park? It looks like it. It looks like most of my dead bodies are in parks. But still, I still need to have, you know, hearses going out to take care of them. Of course, they're not going to go if I don't turn it on. Okay. All right. This slider is nice in a way, but in another way, it's very frustrating. Down here, I got a speed slider. That was one of my mods. It's called a speed slider, and it lets you speed things up, even past, you know, or slow things down. But sometimes it kind of plays havoc with what you're trying to do. Okay, we have a red one here, and so far I'm not seeing anybody going in here to take care of it. But I did see, you know, 2 crematorium trucks. There's another one right there. Maybe because I don't have, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try changing this 2-lane road, or yeah, 4-lane road to a 6-lane bike path road. There. Now I should be able to get, maybe the hearses, because they had to go over that little area there, maybe they had to go all the way around. I mean, I don't know what the dealio is there, but okay, I'm going to end this episode now. and then I will see you in episode 68 because we're already at 45 minutes. Bye.